Okay, hi, how are you? Welcome, spiritual viewers. I am Angie from Learn Love Tarot, and tonight we are going to be going through some heart chakra openers in preparation for the Leo full moon. Dawn will be hosting a full moon release at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this coming Wednesday, the day of the full moon. So without further ado, we are going to open up with some review of some poses that are already familiar to you just to get our bodies warm. And then we're going to focus on the chest openers. Okay, so we're going to start today with our feet in a wider position, soft at the knee joint. And let's take a nice big breath up as we're reaching sky high. And exhale, crossing arms in front of us. And we're just going to try to start timing our inhale, slowing that down as we reach all the way up, and exhaling all the way down. Yours may be slower or quicker than mine, depending on where your heart rate is already currently. We can slow that down by just slowing the breath. Let's add on here and add our sunflower warm-ups, where we swan dive, airplane hold, our back nice and flat, bending our knees to sink our plane inside the hanger, reach up through the rib cage. And again, we're timing our breath with the inhale, reaching up, expanding our belly, and scooping the belly up and in on the exhale down. Let's do a few more. Last one, all the way up, all the way down. And we're going to hold all the way up, palms in prayer, softening our knees and tucking our belly button, bringing that energy back to heart center. Give me a nice, good breath in. And exhale. We're going to bring our palms beside us into mountain pose, really pushing the shoulders down towards the palms, breathing in. Exhale down from your shoulders, past your biceps and forearms, and out of the fingertips. We're going to go ahead and do a new pose tonight. It's called a 5-point star, and that's 5 points of our fingertips. And we're going to spread those hands as much as we can. We're also going to toe out for a wider stance. I'm going to open my toes to a 2 o'clock and a 10 o'clock position, and I'm going to keep my knee joints soft the entire time. So we're going to inhale, reach up. We're going to reach out, keeping the knees still soft, 5-point star. And then this is called Sun God and Sun Goddess. We're just going to make sure our knees are aiming towards that 2 and 10 position. And we're going to hold our imaginary rainbow here. Inhale, 5-point star, squeeze the inner thighs or your adductors. Exhale, Sun God and Sun Goddess. Now let's layer the breath. Inner thigh squeeze and contracting the side muscles of the back. Or if you've ever done a lat pull down, that's what that's simulating here. So inner thighs. And Sun Goddess. 2 more. Really opening through that chest, reaching through your arms. We're going to pause at that Sun God and Sun Goddess. Let's lift one rib cage up towards the sky, pausing when your hand reaches up and is able to reach north. Bring that hand back down slightly, reset your rib cage. Inhale, 5-point star, inner thigh squeeze, keep those knee joints soft. Exhale, Sun Goddess, pause, opposite rib up and over. When your fingertips are aiming skyward, give a good reach up. Hinge that elbow back towards your body and a little oblique crunch as you're leveling back out. Let's add that all together. Inhale, 5-point star. Exhale, Sun Goddess. Right rib reaches up, extending the hand up and over. Elbow comes back towards your body. Oblique crunch. 5-point star, big breath. And Sun Goddess. Opposite rib or left rib reaches up and over. Feel free to reach that arm if it feels good to you. Bring that elbow back down close to the body, and then little baby oblique crunch. Last 5-point star. And last Sun Goddess. Nice job. We're going to go ahead and step together, shake off those legs, and we're going to move from a chair pose to figure 8 arms. So I'm going to turn sideways for that. And as we start standing here, we have bones stacked. Everything's in alignment. We're going to go ahead and reach our arms forward and our hips hinge back. Notice that straight down, I can still see my toes. My knees are never coming past the edge of those toes. And we want to get rid of that low back arch by tucking our tail or tucking our bucket. So our hands would start here, which is a nice line from fingertip to hip bone on that angle. We're going to inhale, little baby pelvic press. Exhale back to chair. And again, inhale, baby pelvic press. Exhale back to chair. Tuck that bucket. Inhale, baby pelvic press. And exhale back to chair. Tuck that tail under. We're going to lower the hands to shoulder height and soften up through the elbows here. And then we're going to turn both of our thumbs open, and we'll start without any lunging on that back foot. So we can come up to that baby pelvic press, open the chest. As I sweep forward from low back to fingertips, my thumbs turn down. Thumbs up. Inhale, notice that figure 8 pattern. Exhale from tailbone to fingertips. Let's smooth that out. Breathing in, thumbs up. Exhale, reaching back out. Now, as an option, I'm going to start lunging back on one foot as my thumbs turn up. Secure that foot behind you. Open up that chest. Push off. Exhale, tailbone to fingertips, thumbs down. Thumbs up. Lunge back, chest opener. Push off. Exhale and reach. Inhale. You can keep your feet stationary. You do not have to tap back. Let's just make sure we're layering our breath with that inhale, opening the chest, exhale, extending the spine. Wide arms reach out and up. Baby pelvic press, soft knees, lowering or pulling that energy back down to the heart center. Breathing in. Exhale to mountain pose, palms open beside you, really spreading those fingers. And exhale from the heart chakra down to the diaphragm. Inflate the diaphragm. Deflate slowly, pelvic tuck. Squeeze those lower belly zipper muscles. Breath in. On down through the hips and thighs, feet. Relaxing the arms. Let's go ahead and shake out that static energy. Now from here, we're going to move into our flows. And once we get to our knees, you can choose to stay down to the ground. I'll demonstrate that first. So hands coming down to the ground. We're going to step back one knee at a time and move into partial down dog here. Inhaling out to plank. You can also come down to your forearms. Inhaling out to plank. Set the hips down. chest press or Sphinx forward. Exhale, the hips up. You can come back to puppy with your hips over your knees, or all the way back, your hips all the way back for low back release to child's pose. So I'll go through and demonstrate from the knees. You can walk down as an extra step into that elbows underneath shoulders. Inhale, Sphinx. And exhale, right back up into puppy, or walk your fingertips back to child's pose. Now you guys can continue doing those. If you'd like the next level, that's from the knees plank, elbows into your body, relax the shoulders, inflate the diaphragm, gentle pressure up to up dog. You can also stay on your nose here, on your knees here rather, and come back to child's pose. If you'd like to add another layer, inhaling plank, exhaling crocodile, hips down, shoulders relaxed. Inhale, Cobra or Sphinx if you're coming from the elbows, and exhale, hips up and back to child's pose. Moving into full down dog. Inhaling and exhaling with each breath, pushing into up dog. Exhaling, hips up, coming back to full down dog. Now, just because you come to the toes doesn't mean you can't release to the feet at any time. And exhaling back. And let's finish those up. Inhaling plank, exhaling crocodile. Inhale, Cobra. Everybody stay here from the knees this time. And exhale, everybody, child's pose. Slowing our breath down. Relaxing the shoulders. And just slowing until you can get a good 4 to 5 second inhale minimum on that breath in. And on the exhale, nice and balanced. All righty, let's go ahead and come up to all fours. We're going to bring one knee forward so we can have a seat on our hip. And I did fall on my tailbone roller skating yesterday, so I'm a little tender back there, but I'll be all right. So this next one, we are going to, we already went through the Sphinx from the elbows where we're pressing our chest through the shoulders, okay? And now we're going to do something the opposite direction. We're still going to open up that heart chakra and heart center, but we're going to be facing upward. So let's place our fingertips on the ground. We're going to do our best by just bringing our elbows closer together, directly behind the shoulders. And then I'm going to lay down my glutes on top of my hands until my elbows are directly underneath my shoulders. And if needed, you can walk those elbows in a little bit closer. If your rotator cuffs in the front of the shoulder are tight, that may be all you get from this, and that's okay. So I'm looking down at my toes. My feet are relaxed. My legs are relaxed. I'm just going to watch my belly or feel it inflate and deflate. And the next time, if you'd like to add on, we're going to pull our heart center all the way up to the sky, surrendering our head back and really pressing our heart once again through those shoulders. Breathing, inflate. Now zip your belly button toward your fingertips. Get your spine back to the ground, one vertebrae at a time, supporting your head, and your head is last. Okay, one more breath in. Exhale, right back out. Dropping the head, opening that heart center. Breathe in. And exhale, zip to your fingertips, stacking the spine to the ground, support the head, and return yourself back to that heart opener. All right, we're going to push away from the floor to bring ourselves to seated momentarily. This is familiar. This is a partial bridge. You can do a Pilates rollback, which I would normally do, but again, I'm pretty tender, so I'm going to get myself back here a little less gracefully than I normally would. Let's go ahead and bring our feet closer to our body and our palms to the ground. And we're going to breathe in, filling that diaphragm. And exhale, just that pelvic tuck toward our nose, flattening our spine to the ground. Breathe in. And exhale, partial bridge. We're going to lift our hip flexors up. You can turn your chin here at any direction. We are not jammed up in the neck at all. I'm actually on my shoulders and my feet. Breathing in and out. To get even more open through the chest, we can walk our arms in one shoulder blade at a time. You can interlace those fingers and get towards the outsides of those deltoids and arms. Then we can really press up a little bit higher, getting into the hip flexors, but really expanding across the heart center a little bit more here. Breathe in and out. Pelvic zip. Unlock the shoulder blades. Unlock the fingers. And again, pelvic tuck is going to set down the shoulder blades. The next tuck will set down the rib cage. Still hovering here in the low back. Next tuck in, setting down the low back. And then relax into the glutes. Okay, so next breath in. You can fully go into full bridge. That is hands underneath the shoulders and pushing up all the way. But our focus today is for the heart chakra. Now, to get up, you can get up more gracefully than I just did, or you can use a rocking motion with your hands behind your knees and rocking yourself up and forward. Now, this next one is called Camel. So since we warmed up with that partial bridge, we're going to tuck the toes under. There we go. And what we want to do is keep the hip bones straight. And we're just going to lean back, reach back without twisting, find those heels, and then just press through the heart center, dropping the head. Breathe in and out. We're going to zip, tuck, sit, stack, bringing our hands to the ground. Swing your feet behind you and have a seat any way that is comfortable for you. Okay. So with the heart chakra opening, you can also add a lion's breath to your meditation. We normally, with our yoga breath, breathe in through our nose and out through our nose, nice and controlled in a figure 8 pattern for balance. When we're trying to release breath or energy from the mouth, we're going to add some heat, kind of like a lion's roar, for that exhale. So it would be, let's try that regular yoga breath. All the way back down, dropping into your root. Inhale from the bottom of the spine to above the head. And back down to the root. And this time, as we inhale, lifting the heart center and the chin, releasing the jaw. Lion's breath, exhale. Back down to the root. Regular breath. And lion's breath, chest, heart center lift. Lower belly squeeze, stacking the spine to return the head. Regular yoga breath. Back down to the root. Last inhale with that heart opener and jaw release. Let's bring our palms into prayer right in front of the heart center. We're going to inhale that white light of higher frequency up and above our head, exhaling our arms as wide as we can possibly extend our own vibration as above. Exhale, finishing our sphere, so below. Inhaling and exhaling with our yoga breath. Palms back to heart center. And as we're inhaling and exhaling, thinking about that full moon release, I usually use the Ho'oponopono Hawaiian prayer, which is, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you, I love you. Back down to that root. And again, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. And the next time you exhale, come inside of your palms and your mind's eye and finish the phrase, today I am so grateful that my body can. I am so delighted when abundance shows up for me. I release and let go of any energies no longer serving my best and highest good. I release thoughts that lower my frequency of vibrational energy. I ensure my own cup is full inside my own heart to keep my heart chakra open, healthy, and pouring from an overflowing, abundant cup. The light in me welcomes and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. We will see you on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for that full moon in Leo release ritual guided to us by our lovely Dawn. Thank you so much. That's much love from my heart to yours. Bye-bye.